Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today is Monday, a beautiful day to dive deep into the absolute madness that is Port Charles. We have so much ground to cover today, from shocking hospital confessions to mob bosses overstepping their boundaries, and we are absolutely here for every single dramatic second of it. Let's get right into the breakdown of this explosive episode. I cannot believe Sunny Corinthos right now. I mean, I am literally typing this up late at night after watching the latest episode, and I just need to get it out of my system because Sunny is driving me absolutely insane. React first, explain later, right? So Sunny is actually going to enlist Brick to break up Carly and Valentine. Let that sink in for a solid minute. I have been watching this show since 2015, and this is honestly one of the most frustrating, hypocritical things Sunny has ever done. And we all know Sunny has a very long list of hypocritical moments. But this takes the cake. He is sitting there judging Carly for her love life when he has zero right to dictate who she spends her time with. Am I the only one who is screaming at the television every time he acts like he still owns her? Because let us be completely real first. Sunny is currently running a hush-hush, highly dangerous secret affair with 88 Justine Turner. Yes, the exact same Justine Turner, who is prosecuting his enemies and was literally held hostage by Jen Sidwell at the Jerome Art Gallery. Sunny is sneaking around with the assistant district attorney, putting his entire mob organization and her literal life at risk, but he has the absolute nerve to look down on Carly for dating Valentin Cassadine. The double standard is just blinding at this point. I know some people are loving this possessive mob boss energy, but personally, I am so over it. He does not get to play the protective ex-husband card while he is literally sleeping with the prosecutor who could put him away. It is just so toxic, and I cannot handle his massive ego right now. And then there is Brick. Oh, Brick. Why are you getting involved in this middle school relationship? Sunny actually calls him in and says he wants to put an end to the Carradine situation. And Brick just flashes his smooth smile and says, "No worries. I think I can help with that." Excuse me? Since when is Brick a professional matchbreaker? He is supposed to be Sunny's top security and surveillance expert, not a gossip girl trying to ruin Carly's happiness. Carly trusts Brick implicitly. She has always relied on him for protection, and now Sunny is going to weaponize that exact trust to sabotage her relationship with Valentine. Remember when they tried this kind of manipulative interference with other characters in the past? Yeah, didn't work then either. It always blows up in Sunny's face, and I am honestly counting down the days until Carly finds out and absolutely obliterates him. Because she will. But thank goodness for Carly Spencer. Because the spoilers are saying that Carly sets a firm boundary with Sunny, and it is about time. She needs to look him dead in the eye and tell him that her romantic life is completely off limits to him. She is a grown woman, a fierce mother, and she has survived way too much to let her ex-husband dictate. But the real question is, will she listen to what Brick has to say? If Brick comes to her with some manufactured proof or manipulative advice to steer her away from Valentine, will she fall for it? I want to believe Carly is smart enough to see right through it, but when it comes to her family's safety, she can be vulnerable. I am just dreading the moment Brick starts planting those toxic seeds of doubt. Okay, back to the point. Let's talk about the actual Carradine scene at Carly's house, because my heart cannot take the angst. Carly is looking so nervous, and Valentine is standing there trying to clarify his feelings. He literally asks her if she is concerned about how he feels about her now that Anna Devane is back in town. This is the angst I live for. Valentine is crazy about Carly. You can see it in every single look he gives her. But Carly's insecurities are completely valid. I mean, Anna Devane is a legend. Anna is the great love of Valentine's past, and now that she is back in Port Charles, of course Carly is going to feel threatened. And can we really blame Carly? Anna just got back from that hellish psychiatric clinic in France, and she is dealing with all this trauma and those terrifying Peter August hallucinations. Valentine still cares for Anna. He has been checking in on her, worrying about her, and even delivered that secret message from Jocelyn to her recently. Carly knows that Valentine has this deep, unbreakable bond with Anna. So when Valentine looks at Carly and tries to prove that he is all in with her, Carly has to wonder if she is just a placeholder or if this is real. I am so emotionally invested in this pairing because the chemistry is off the charts, but the ghost of Anna Devane is always going to hover over them. Plus, Carly has to be wondering why Valentine is not wanting to live with her openly in her house. He has been hiding out, dodging the WSB, and operating in the shadows for months. He was literally living in her attic like a fugitive. Now he is clarifying his feelings, but he still cannot just be a normal boyfriend in the public eye. Will Carly accept his explanation? She has risked everything for this man. She committed treason, lied to her family, and faced down Ross Cullum for him. She deserves a man who can stand in the light with her. I really hope Valentine can prove his devotion and relieve her insecurities, because if he breaks her heart after everything she has done to protect him, I will never forgive the writers. Wait, I'm getting ahead of myself. We have to talk about the younger generation, because the drama at General Hospital is just as... Trina Robinson pays Jocelyn a visit in her hospital room, and this scene is everything I wanted and more. First of all, Trina is at the hospital meeting her brand new baby brother. Yes, Portia and Curtis's baby boy has finally arrived, and I am so soft for this family right now. After all the trauma with Curtis's legal battles and Isaiah Gannon's civil suit, Trina deserves this pure moment of joy. But of course, the joy is interrupted by the harsh reality that her best friend is lying in a hospital bed, recovering from a gunshot wound. Trina wants to know everything. And who wouldn't? Jocelyn just survived an absolute bloodbath on Spoon Island. She was held captive at Windermere by Ross Cullum and Cassius Faison, and she literally took a bullet during the escape. Trina is looking at her best friend, demanding to know how she ended up getting shot on a billionaire's private island. And Jocelyn's response? There's a simple answer, but the reasons behind it are complicated. I cannot. Jocelyn, just tell her the truth. You are a WSB agent. Am I the only one who is desperately waiting for Jocelyn to just confess everything to Trina? Jocelyn has been secretly working for the WSB for over a year. She struck a massive deal with the head of the WSB, Z, to secure the freedom of Jason and Valentin Cassidy. She is in so deep, and she is actively helping to cover up the fact that Ross Cullum murdered Marco Rios, so the WSB can paint Cullum as a hero. It is so dark and twisted, and Trina has absolutely no idea who her best friend is becoming. Will Jocelyn tell her bestie the whole story? Or will she keep that part to herself? I honestly think Jocelyn is going to lie to her. Because if she tells Trina the truth, she puts Trina in danger. But at the same time, Trina is no fool. She is going to see right through whatever watered-down cover story Jocelyn tries to spin. Trina just survived her own high-stakes music showcase panic attack. She is dealing with a potential stalker, and now she has to worry about Jocelyn playing super spy. If Jocelyn keeps this secret, it is going to drive a massive wedge between them. Remember when they tried this secret-keeping trope with Spencer? Yeah, it ruined their dynamic for months. I am dreading the fallout when Trina inevitably finds out that Jocelyn has been lying to her face while bleeding in a hospital. Okay, moving on. Because my blood pressure is rising, let's talk about the Brown Dog Bar. Lulu and Ethan Lovett are having drinks, and Lulu is doing what Spencer women do best, meddling in everyone else's business. She looks Ethan right in the eye across the table and asks, "Are you interested in Ava Jerome?" I screamed. Lulu is not holding back. She feels like she has to warn her brother about what he is getting into, and she probably hopes she is mistaken. Because getting involved with Ava Jerome is basically signing up for a lifetime of chaos, blackmail, and danger. Ethan is definitely going to deny it. He is a smooth talker, and he is not going to just admit his feelings to his nosy sister. But the attraction between Ethan and Ava is so obvious. The chemistry is literally leaping off the screen. They have this flirtatious, tense, blackmail dynamic going on ever since Ethan confessed to her that he is not actually Phoebe's biological father. Ava is holding this massive secret over his head, demanding that he make it worth her while, and Ethan is pulling these sneaky power plays to turn the tables on. It is a total cat and mouse game, and I am absolutely obsessed with it. But Lulu is right to be worried. Ava will eat Ethan alive if he is not careful. Will Lulu be able to pry the truth out of Ethan about his would-be love life? Knowing Lulu, she is not going to let this go. If he doesn't tell her, she will absolutely try to dig it out of him. Lulu is already dealing with a nuclear meltdown over Charlotte and Valentine, so she probably needs a distraction, and interrogating her brother about his toxic crush on Ava Jerome is the perfect outcome. I just love seeing these sibling dynamics play out. It reminds me of the classic Port Charles days, when family drama was the core of every story. But wait, the Ava Jerome drama does not stop there. We also have Brooklyn Quartermain cornering Ava at the Metro Court Gardens. Brooklyn physically buttonholes her and asks, "Do you know who Phoebe's father is?" Oh my god. The absolute panic in Brooklyn's eyes. She and Chase are desperately trying to finalize the adoption of baby Phoebe, completely unaware that their entire adoption plan is built on Ethan's fake DNA test and stolen police evidence. Brooke Lynn is terrified that a biological family member is going to swoop in and take this baby away from them. Ava, naturally, looks extremely uncomfortable. And she should. Ethan told her he was the father, and then in a delirious moment, while bleeding from a gunshot wound, he confessed that he wasn't. Now, Ava is holding the keys to this entire mystery. Will Ava spill the beans that she thinks are true, or will she honor Ethan's wish for it to be kept quiet? Ethan claims his intentions are to keep the true father a secret, to keep the baby safe, because whoever the real father is, he is incredibly dangerous. Ava is calculating. She doesn't give away leverage for free. I predict she is going to play dumb with Brooke Lynn, keeping the secret in her back pocket until she can use it to her maximum advantage. And can we just talk about the irony of Brooke Lynn interrogating Ava for the truth? Brooke Lynn is currently the biggest liar in Port Charles. She is actively framing Willow Kane for Jordan Ashford's hit-and-run crash to cover up the fact that she was the actual driver who fled the scene. She used Brick to manipulate Willow's GPS trip log, and now she is standing in the Metro Court Gardens demanding honesty from Ava Jerome. The hypocrisy is just staggering. I love Brooke Lynn, but she is digging a hole so deep she is never going to climb out of it. When Chase finds out that she framed his ex and lied about the crash, their marriage is going to explode into a million pieces. So yeah, that is where we are at. Sunny is a hypocrite. Carly is in danger of having her heart broken. Jocelyn is a teenage super spy lying to her best friend. Ethan and Ava are playing a dangerous game of romantic blackmail, and Brooke Lynn is a walking time bomb of secrets. I am exhausted, I am emotional, and I am definitely going to need more coffee to survive the rest of this week's episode. I know some people are loving the slow burn, but personally, I need these secrets to blow up right now. Let me know what you guys think, because I definitely need to share this with people who get it.